There were three issues that I had with the movie. I liked the first movie better than I liked the second movie. That I didn't really think that was going to happen, that they were going to change my mind. They didn't change my mind. I have three main issues with it. Part two was a really, really good movie. I liked the first one better. So, spoilers, as far as the second one, not too many spoilers I'm going to say right now. What I'll say is that overall, the cast superb in two, but for me, there were issues or things that didn't work. So, for example, the villains, for some strange reason in two, they were reduced to almost being like cartoon characters. I didn't really appreciate that. It was sort of like they dumbed it down, and then they turned the mother character into like a malevolent force when she was more of a gray character. The gray that they had blessed us with in the first one, as far as her and her order, like ramped it up and turned her evil. And that, I really didn't feel that at all. So why didn't I feel that? Because she's not a pure antagonist. She really is not. She's like more of a, maybe like an anti-hero or something like that. And they just like turned her into the number one villain. And that bit, while I think for many, many people that worked for them, that didn't really work for me, because the gray character in Jessica that they had created in part one, that kind of worked, where she was just kind of gray and she was doing good things, but she had bad motives. That was just sort of like normal. And then that kind of like raised her humanity, because often as humans, that's what we do. We do really good things and then very horrendous things as well. So the other two things specifically that didn't really work. So the depiction, or how they addressed the religious people, I didn't really appreciate the way they approached the religious people. The way they created or espoused or exposed the religion of the people on Dune, in part two, they really turned them or made them look really very simplistic. They made them look simple-minded. They made that the idea that they had faith seem like it was a stupid idea. It was this whole conversation about these people of faith are stupid. I didn't appreciate that whatsoever. Even though I thought it was a good movie, I didn't appreciate the approach to these people of faith, as if they were simple-minded. They couldn't even have any kind of critical thinking in their heads. That was like a recurring theme through part two. So that's my two that didn't really work for me. And I would say, coming back to where I started, the whole thing with the Harkonnens, I mean, the Harkonnens in the part one were very, basically they were foes that were sort of like renowned, we're supposed to be afraid of them. And then all of a sudden, like, it looks like they're not, and we're not supposed to be afraid of them. And they're just kind of like reduced to sort of like a Mickey Mouse or a cartoon character. I don't know if that really worked. So if you like what you heard, like, subscribe. If you disagree, leave a comment. Tell me why. Once again, I enjoyed the movie, but I did have these issues with the movie. If you like to support the channel, you can grab one of these sweatshirts. They say Faith, www.sabkhaz.com, www.sabkhaz.com. And with that, I'm out. Thanks.